So in chapter 4, after we start working with tables, now we're going to go to the last step here to work with a form. And a form is a way of collecting information from our people that are visiting the website and they want to leave some information. So it's a way to gather information. So this is where it gets a little different from what we want to do with CS6. There's going to be some options. So really a lot of these directions up here are dealing with, how do we want to manipulate forms within Adobe Creative Cloud opposed to CS6. So back in Dreamweaver, we're going to create a form on your contact page underneath like where you have like your email. So you're going to type in this. You may also complete the form below to schedule, put an enter in here so you can move this down. And then you have to go back and on page 232, you're going to insert a form in your web page. So this is typically one of the first things that people make a mistake on. They forget to tell Dreamweaver we're going to make a form. Again, it sounds silly, but we want to go back and we want to make sure we want to do this now. So everything's going to be the insert underneath the insert menu here. We're going to go down to form and we're going to use the form control. And what it will do is it will put a little red box here where this is where we want to put in all of our form controls. So now you'll go back. Again, you can sort of follow along in your book. In page 233, you're going to add a table, okay? And you're going to set it up like you've done before, but you want to make sure that table's inside this form. So when you're done with the table, it's going to look something like this. So here's your form. Okay, here's our table that we created. And over here on this right side, in this column on the right, this is where we're going to put in what's called form controls. This is where we're going to tell people, all right, I want you to type your name here. I want you to type in your email. I want you to pick a date. So this is what we want to go back and we want to start working with what's called input form controls. And really this starts over on page 240. And this is where it's going to get a little different from what's going on in the book. So again, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to set up a table, okay, and we enter in our labels over here on the left-hand side. But now we want to go back and we want to start adding fields to this. So my first name and last name, I'm going to put in what's called text fields because we're going to be expecting people to type in words there. So I'm going to go to Insert, Form, and I'm going to choose Text. Now, when I do that, notice how I get this placeholder text here. I already have that in over here. I'm just going to delete that, okay, make sure that's gone. Now, with this point, this is where we go back. We click on this box, okay, this text box, and then down in my properties, this is where I want to make all the modifications. And really, this is what they're having you do, everything on this. So, as far as the default text name here, you can say text field is fine. You can go back here to your what they show you in the book for the ID for the first name. You could do something like that. You can leave it the default, and usually, again, you would be linking this back to a database. You want to skip a couple things here. So I'm over on page 240 at step number 3. So my ID is going to be first name. You want to skip the access key. That will not work here. We want to enter in the tab index numbers over here. So the reason that we're doing this is when we want the person to come up to fill out the form, they want them at least give them an option to using the tab key to jump from box to box. This would be the order and how we want the boxes. So this is going to be box number 1 here. Eventually we'll put in box 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, and then the buttons at the very bottom. These will be my tab index numbers that we want to go back and we want to insert on that. So really that's all we have to do for the first one here for our text field. So for the first name, so we change the name here. It does say text over here. When I'm ready to do the next one, I'm going to go back to Insert, Form. I'm going to do another text field. Delete this out, the placeholder text that comes in along with that, get rid of that. Okay, click on the box here. What are we going to call that? Well, that's going to be last name. So again, I type in last name there. then the only thing I have to really worry about is my tab index. And this is going to be number 2 because, again, this is my first one and this is my second one. Okay, when I've got to go back and do my email address. Um, so essentially, for email, we want to make sure we want to modify a little bit from the book on this. So over on page 242, I believe they have you put in another text field for email. You do not want to put a text field in because this is something we want Dreamweaver to manage a little bit different. So I'm going to go to Insert, Form, and again, I want an email field here, so opposed to a text. So this will give us some more options on here. So again, I'm going to get rid of my placeholder text. Okay, I'll click on my box. Tab index will be number 3 on this. Next chapter, we're going to go back and we're going to add some things to this to sort of validate this information to make sure things are okay. But again, this is some things we want to do with this. The next thing for the phone number, insert form, and I want to use the tell option opposed to text. Again, this will give me some more control later on here. I'm going to delete my placeholder text. Again, my tab index number is 1, 2, 3, 4 down. So click on the box. Got to go back to 4. This is the only thing we have to change now. Type of session. This will sort of follow along with the book with this. Essentially, we're going to make what's called a select box on this. Let me jump over to where they're having you do that. So for type of session, I'm going to go back to Insert, down to Form. Oh, sorry, and I'm going to do a Select option. So we're going to make the user pick from a list. So I'm going to hit Select. Now I can click on this and go back, and this would then give me the controls on this. First of all, I'm not going to get, I'll get rid of the select, my placeholder text. I don't need that here. So this is my control on here. My tab index on here, I can obviously do that. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with this. And that will give me my tab index number. So now what I want to do is I want to bring up the list values on this. I'm going to double check what they want me to call this. I believe they're going to have you name this as type, which is fine. This is something more on the back end anyway. And then down here is your list values. This is where you can add in, like, what do you want people to pick? So basically, you're going to have them go back and you're going to type in the different options for different pictures that they want to go back in. So they're going to have, basically, you're going to add portrait to the list, hit your plus sign. You're going to add, again, the other items on here, family, and again, you can sort of see how I'm doing this. So you're going to have, I think when you're all done, portrait, family, children, newborn, and maternity. So you're going to have all those listed there and click on OK. So if you need to go back and add more, you can sort of see things here that will show on here. But this is your list values where you got to go back and you can add more in. So if I forget one, I can always go back and then later on and add that in. Click on OK. You can control the order here as well. On the session date, we want to choose a date form control on this. Again, this is a little different, so we are good on this. What we want to do is go click in this box, go to Insert, Form, and I want to date. Deselect the placeholder text that goes along with that. I'm going to click on the box. My tab index number, we might as well take care of that right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is my 6th one down on here. And I believe that's all we really have to do for this. If we wanted to go back and name it, that's fine. You can click on date. And then last but not least, we're going to add a radio group section here. So we're going to force people to pick one option through this radio group here. So I'm going to go back for this. How do you hear about this? Click in this box here, insert, form, and radio. You can do on this, we want to add a radio group button. And again, this is where you can go back and what you want to call this. These are the labels on here. So we're just going to go back to, they have you change this back to referral for the name here, and then we're going to rename these. So they give you a couple things. They give you at least two on here. So I'm going to do Google Radio, and that's going to be go back to magazine. There's a couple items we have to go back. This is one step. We're on page 249, step number 3. Magazine, and I'll click on OK. So that's how it's going to go back and add that. So you want to add in all the options here. They want Google, they want the magazine, newspaper, friend, and other. So again, they want a few things there for the radio group section. And then last but not least, you have to go back and then you have to add 2 buttons outside of the table. You have to add a submit button and then a reset button. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back up to insert, form, and I want to look for a button. Here's my submit button right here. So this would submit the form. Again, one thing, it doesn't like show anything here right now, but the name on it will say submit. And again, I could go back and this same thing on this up here. This should have a tab index. This will have a tab index as well. So again, that as we tab down through, should go to each of those. And then they want you to hit the enter key, and they're going to add a reset button on here. So go to insert, form, and then you want to choose a reset button. Okay, and again, when I'm fixing this, let me just look at this. So I'm going to double check here. Here's my tab index 6 for this. And again, each of these would be separate, that where you want to tab through this. So this would be 8, this would be 9, and then all your other ones on there. In my case, because I didn't type them all in, I'm just going to add my next one in here, 10. And then this is 11. Again, this will be a little different than yours because I didn't type in all my options there. So that is my form that I've made here. And then again, when you preview this, we'll talk about this here in another video and what the expectation, how to test this out. But again, if you preview this, it should look something like this. If it loads, it may not load properly. Here it comes. I just had to refresh. So again, like the text fields here really don't look any different, but again, next chapter between like the email and the tell fields, we can do some different things on here. Here's the pull down menu that I built. Here's my date picker where I can pick a date. Same thing, here's my radio group that I made. So this is sort of the goal here, and then my submit and reset. Please make sure you watch the expectation video on here and how to test everything out to make sure everything's good on this. But essentially, that's how you go back and add in your forms within Chapter 4.